Welcome to today's video. Before we get into things, please like and subscribe. If you haven't seen me before, I'm going to be showing my team the previous week, how the points did, and what team I'm going to be playing for the next week. So we'll get into the swing of things, beginning with how my team did with this week. I think this was a very rough week for me, to be honest. The average points is 51, and I only got 36 points this week. And we can look at the team of the week as well, and we can see which players I could have gone for, which ones I didn't, why I didn't, and kind of how I can change my team for the next few weeks. So we'll go through my team to begin with. Kelleher, a risky one for me, 4.5, didn't pay out, not at all. Unfortunately, they lost 3-1, gained back one just from a penalty. Brentford's backline is struggling. He is a keeper I'm going to have to look at for the next, I think I'll give him 3 weeks. I'll see how the saves go, if he can rack up any saves points, because he didn't even get any saves points from this week. So already not a great pick. It was risky. He's one to look out for the next 3 weeks. I think I'm going to stick with this team for 3 weeks unless someone gets injured or I feel like I have to make a change. Frimpong. In Slott's post-match interview, he said he took him off early because he felt a hamstring strain. It wasn't because of, like, he didn't feel like he could play the full 90. It was just injury, like, kind of scare, I guess. So he took him off annoyingly on 59 minutes, so I didn't even get the clean sheet points. They didn't finish with a clean sheet anyway, but I feel like since those substitutes happened, it kind of switched the game, and fortunately we won 4-2. I'm a Liverpool fan, but fortunately we won 4-2. But we'll see how his minutes go for the next 2 weeks. I might have to switch him to Van Dijk and see. Crystal Palace drew with Chelsea 0-0. It could have gone either way, to be honest. Both teams seemed like they could have scored. Chelsea more so. They looked pretty good throughout the game. But Munoz picked up a yellow card, which is why he got the 5 points, unfortunately. These two have kind of saved me this week. Kind of brought me up quite a bit of points, thankfully. Palmer, again, probably just trying to find form. Chelsea they've had that Club World Cup, so they didn't really have a break. I feel like the players are going to get back into the swing of things. Arsenal are kind of on and off with their team just now. I feel like they're struggling with identity a little bit. I don't know what is going on with their defense, and I don't know. I think we have to judge Arsenal more so on the coming up weeks, and I'll have to see if Palmer and Saka are worth it, because if they're not, I feel like I could switch both of these out for Haaland and Salah. I think I can fit, maybe I could wildcard this team and fit Salah and Haaland in somehow. I think I could take Wirtz out, maybe downgrade a few defenders, get one or both. I feel like I would pick Haaland over Salah just because I can have Gakpo. Speaking of Gakpo, brilliant. 90 minutes. I feel like until his minutes reduce, he's staying in my team. Only left wing at Liverpool just now, so he's kind of like nailed in that position. Wirtz played like how many minutes was it? I think it was 81. Wait, yeah, 81 minutes. That's fine. Like, he's a creative player. He will get assists. If he doesn't pick up form, I am going to switch him out, because I watched the Man United highlights. Cunha looked like he could have scored 1 or 2 if it was his day. I think I can switch Wirtz for Cunha, and I feel like that might be a smarter idea, because Man United are struggling with their striker. I think Sesko is gonna start a few games. I think Fernandez might play in that centre mid, or they might change the system, put Cunha up front or Mbemu up front, and then kind of switch Fernandez and Mbemu have them as kind of the attacking players behind their striker, but we'll see how they go. Watkins, Aston Villa struggled with a red card, which is difficult, to be honest. After 60 minutes, they're usually like late scorers sometimes. I think he played the full 90 as well, which is great for numbers. Bowen, 90 as well. Disappointing with West Ham, losing 3-0. I looked at the stats, the XG, all that stuff, and they looked like they should have won, but they didn't. So I think I'm just going to keep this team and like work at it. Give them 1 or 2 more weeks. See if then I need to make some more changes. Next week might be an important. I might need to wildcard. Players are going to find their form. We'll see about injuries, that kind of thing. But West Ham I'm disappointed in, but we'll see how they do in their next game. But we'll look at the team of the week quickly. Raya, an annoying pick, to be honest. He got bonus points and save points, and he's like, he would have been worth the money that week. Kudus, definitely an option for me. Kudus or Reinders, I don't know how to say it, but these two definitely looking at. If I can maybe put one or two of these in for maybe even both. If Palmer and Saka don't find form, I could put both these in, put Haaland in, put Salah in. Then we kind of have a team on our hands. Unfortunately, I just did not pick the right players this week. We'll see how next week goes. Speaking of, this is the team for next week. We'll just see how it goes, to be honest. It's the exact same team. I'm going to let it ride out. I'll see how they perform. Again, some are like kind of countering each other, but Aston Villa Brentford could be a brilliant game to see how Brentford deal with their like 3-1 loss, and then same with West Ham. We can see how they get on. I feel like this is a good week to kind of see how teams are going to do, how much each team changes, because Man City, we all know how Guardiola likes to play roulette with his team. We're going to see what team he comes up with, the changes made, the subs made, see kind of how consistent everything is. Base it off that. Maybe have to wildcard the game week 3, maybe game week 4. We're going to see how it goes. I feel like if I'm going to wildcard, I'm going to do it in a way that the bench boost is going to be used at the same time. I feel like if let's say I have to wait till game week 3. I have to before I make any changes, unless there's injuries. I want those substitutions or those transfers when I wildcard, so I can like bench boost the week after and then make my free transfers the week after that. But we'll see. I feel like I need to use my triple captain at a smart point as well. I've not really thought of that too much until I have to. I won't, kind of thing. I'm kind of winging it just now, which is fine. Not how last week went, but once we have more data and see how more teams do, then we can make up our mind from there.